Disclaimer, the New World Podcast will be discussing LeBron James getting dunked on by Gershon Yabusele in this video. If you are horrified or traumatized by the events that were on display during the gold medal game between Team USA and France, please click away from this video. We will not shy away from the topic. P.S. We do not want clutch sports knocking on our doors with the black SUVs. This will be a legendary moment that will not be erased from our eyes. We hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And now back to Jay.
I just want to start off by saying, France, step your game up. Worldwide, all these countries, step your game up. Because USA, we on top of shit. This was a great high-level game of basketball we saw. The Avengers, they played one last game to close out the Olympics and win the gold. Congratulations to the men's Olympic basketball team, but I'm also saying congratulations to the other USA teams and players winning gold medals and medals in general. And good luck to the women's basketball team tomorrow as they face off against France as well. First of all, before I ask any questions, gosh, Steph Curry, night. He put them niggas to bed. 4 threes in under 2 minutes. I had flashbacks of 2022 Steph Curry in the finals. It was crazy. Anyways, though, I'm gonna start off with you, Caleb. Are you impressed by Team USA's run to the gold medal this 2024 Olympics?
I was not impressed. I was actually a bit disappointed for people to say this is the greatest team that we ever constructed, and for them not to really, like, their margin of victory in all these games weren't that big compared to other teams. I was very not impressed at all. A bit disappointed. You know, this game was close. The game against Serbia was close. And gold medal games are usually close for the most part. Like the 08 team, the gold medal game was pretty close. It felt like with this team had a lot more flaws compared to the other team. And even probably the team from 2020, I feel like the team from 2020 played better together. Congratulations to Team USA for getting this victory. We accept gold. Congratulations to Steph Curry, who should be the real MVP. Hopefully, at the time of this recording, they haven't, said who the MVP would be. But I would not be surprised if it's LeBron James at all in the slightest, because he's on all these advertising, like teleprompters talking about him. It's getting ridiculous. Like, the dude had 5 turnovers and Steph had 4 too, but Steph kind of lit up the game towards the end with all those threes. He had 4 threes, and for them just to be LeBron James, Olympic gold medalist, MVP, I wouldn't put it past them. And I'd be really disappointed in the NBA, because this has been a lot of politics. In my opinion, I don't think LeBron James was even the second best player in this game. He wasn't even better than Devin Booker. And Devin Booker had 13 points in the first half. He was only, a player in double digits. So besides all of that, I felt like this was a pretty great victory by the first unit. I think the second unit has not really meshed well. Steve Kerr gave Jason Tatum minutes in this game, and he really didn't play well. And you see people on social media still blaming Tatum, but it's how is he supposed to get a rhythm with Anthony Edwards is not even passing the ball, not even looking to pass. The only time Anthony Edwards passed the ball, it was literally a turnover at the end of the half. So I don't get why people have these views on Jason Tatum when it's he can't get a rhythm. How are you supposed to get a rhythm when you're not getting the ball and you're not getting the ball in spots? They're treating him like a spot up shooter. They're treating him like PJ Tucker, and they're having him guard opponent, best offensive player. And it's not Jason Tatum, is. Especially now with the jump shot low-key being kind of broke. Above all else, this was a great victory. Definitely is going to be the last time that we see, KD, Steph, and Bron in the Olympics. I thought these 2 games definitely capped off, the end of an era, and we'll, start going in the direction of these younger guys. And hopefully that will be a bit more promising, because we're still relying on these old guards when they're in the 36s to 40 ranges, which isn't good at all. Joel Embiid is the best player, and we're not even using him. Great that Team USA got the victory, but I'm not impressed at all. And this team is probably not even the top 3 Team USA team. Off the top of my head, 2012, 92, and 08, I'll probably put above this team.
Initially, I was going to come on this video and I was really going to just have my focus highlighting Team USA and their victory, and just kind of the outlook on this run and holistically what this run is going to be in years to come, as well as reflecting. But I was caught off guard with that arrogant ass intro by my brother Jalen, and I have to aim and target my vitriol toward his intro, as well as people that feel the same way. He said something regarding other countries step your game up. I got the perfect analogy for you guys. So let's say there is a county and there are schools in a county, right? And there's a school that has all of the resources. The parents of the students that go to that school, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars. And they are allocating and, giving sponsorships towards that school so that those students can have the right resources to score high on their tests. There are other schools in that county or other schools surrounding that county that don't have the resources, that families are in impoverished situations where they're not making a lot of money. And The school that has all of the resources, that has all of the money, they score high on their tests and they boast to those kids that don't have the resources, step your game up. That is the epitome of this conversation. The United States, where basketball originated, yes, they should be dominating. They should be winning gold every single year. That is the expectation going into the Olympics. These other teams that don't have the NBA talent, that don't have the resources, like we saw Team USA going head up with South Sudan, who they don't have an indoor gym. And for people to be United States citizens to be beating your chest, I get it. You want to have pride for your country. And what you did accomplish and win gold. You should be proud of that. But to boast and to brag and to be arrogant, that goes to show that you don't really understand. You're not really cognitive of aware of what the situation is and how we got to this point. I thought that with KD, LeBron, and Steph Curry coming together, that they came together to send a message. I thought they came to show that not only are we the best country in the world, but we are dominant and we are clear cut better than everybody else. And it's not just because of us, it's also because of our youth and our young talent. With these games being close, and I always thought that the gold game was going to be close, but essentially pretty much every single game was a close game unless Steph went off or Kevin Durant went off. With that understanding, I just feel like there needs to be at least a sense of respect and a sense of acknowledgement of these other groups that have made it competitive, with the lack of resources, with the lack of all-star play, with the lack of what we haven't taken into account, this superstar coaching staff, allegedly, with Steve Kerr and Eric Spoelstra and Tyronn Lue, all coaches that have NBA final championships. So I think that we need to be a little bit more respectful to these other groups like France, who, okay, they have Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert, who people think is a joke, but who else? Can you name me anybody else on that team? No, you cannot. Can you name me besides Nikola Jokic anybody else on that team?
Evan Fournier.
Okay, but the casual that's watching these games, can you name me any other players on these teams? You cannot do it. I think that people just need to be a little bit more respectful, because when I see like people that win track and field, like when they're winning these different sports, when USA wins the gold, they're not trying to demean or belittle the other countries when the other countries came close. I think we just need to be respectful. We need to also be honest, because we're not being honest with this type of dialogue, with this type of viewpoint. But congratulations to Team USA for getting the gold. Also congratulations to France, back-to-back silver medalists. So my only question to Jalen, because I'm gonna kick it back off to him, is 2028, and I asked you this in the next video, you're beating on your chest, you're telling all these other countries to step your game up. Are we going to see the same result in 2028? Thank you very much.
Before I get into anything, I just wanted to let all y'all know I'm definitely trolling when I'm talking about all these countries. I'm trolling. I definitely understand that, USA compared to all these other countries, I mean, they got the best of the best when it comes to basketball talent. USA should automatically always, I ain't gonna say automatically always, but they're automatically gonna have a bigger advantage than some of these other countries. As far as 2028, I don't know. I don't know what the future is gonna look like. I don't know if.
What you mean you don't know? What you mean you don't know? We're the best. So in 4 years, we're still not gonna be the best?
No, I'm saying I don't know as far as these players, like who we're gonna have play for us.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Best talent, best team, best country, win regardless. See, that's my problem. My problem is why the change of viewpoint? Like, people is beating on their chest. People are being all excited, being disrespectful to other countries, talking about how USA over everybody. USA is the best of the best, but it sounds like you guys are afraid, or you're not as confident as you are now in 2028. But if it's USA, they should be favorite every single time. So what is the problem? It doesn't matter who they're going against.
So if Jaylen Brown doesn't want to play, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, all these guys, if they don't want to play, that USA should still be favored?
Yes, it doesn't matter, because there are still other guys. This is a team of 12 NBA players. 12 NBA players who all have been all-stars or have, they have some type of notoriety in the NBA. These other countries, they may have one guy, maybe two guys, max. NBA talent, not even people that are accomplished NBA players, just NBA talent in general. You got to have 12 all-stars if you're the USA to win. That doesn't make any sense to me. It shouldn't matter who you throw out there. As long as they're NBA talent, you throw out 12 NBA players, they should get the job done.
As far as, the impact of this whole Olympic run, am I impressed? No. They did, what they were supposed to do, which is win. But did they win by, exceptional margins like everybody was, hyping them up to? No. So I don't really see this team as the best Olympic team of all time because there's still flaws in this team. We saw that in multiple games, but luckily Steph Curry, when he needed the most, he stepped up. He did that the past 2 games against Serbia and against this game against France. You know, I feel like, you know, if they're matched up against the 2012 team, 92 team, they're going to lose. Well, this is kind of funny, but one thing that I was expecting was Anthony Edwards. You know, I wanted him to run through Gobert's chest like Kobe did Pau Gasol. And another thing, Rudy Gobert, brother, I don't know what you was doing, you know, grabbing Joel Embiid's legs, pulling near his crotch. Sir, I don't know what you got going on, but gang, that's not it. But Joel Embiid, MVP, sir, where were you? I want to say it right here. I think Joel Embiid was a spy for like 5 seconds because he had 5 minutes, 0 points in the first half, and I mean he got benched in the second half, so he didn't show up. You know, I was a little bit confident in Joel Embiid. I was thinking he's probably going to, you know, play pretty good against France. He so-called said he was prepared and ready for all the booing and stuff, but I didn't really see it. Jason Tatum, you know, he was thrown out there. Folks was still hating. They were saying that him and his mom had to cry to Steve Kerr to let him get minutes. I don't know what y'all expect dude to do when he's given, you know, not a good amount of minutes, and then he's out there with a guy who's not willing to pass him the ball. Like when you look at Anthony Edwards play, the only time he's giving up the ball to somebody is to Kevin Durant, and that's just because that's his idol. So coming up this next NBA season, I will not be surprised if Jason Tatum has a career high season. But congratulations to Team USA. Hopefully 2028, these younger guys can capitalize, and they probably won't have, you know, Brian, KD, Steph, and B, those guys. So they're going to have to continue where this 2024 team left off.